wow, this car is amazing. I want this car so bad. Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and today we're reviewing one of my favorite new cars, and I've been dying to drive this car. It's the 2021 Porsche 992 Turbo, and it's a turbo, not a Turbo S, because you see it had steel brakes instead of ceramics. Now, if you follow the channel, you know we've reviewed over 800 different cars, which is the most of any YouTube channel. Watch this video all the way to the end to find out, is this the fastest car I've ever driven? And is this my new favorite car? All right, so let's take it for a spin right now. Hey guys, wow, that's fast. Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and today we're driving a 992 Turbo. And yeah, I know they all have turbos now, but a real turbo. And this thing is freaking incredible. That is probably one of the fastest accelerations I ever had. So here you have the 5 dials, as they tell you with Porsche now, and most of the reviews tell you there's no way you could see all 5 at once, but only one you need here is this one, which gives you your tach and digital speed, and maybe that one, which has your G-forces. Now you can play through all different menus, just like on my 991. Wow. Special thanks to DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey for lending me this car for this video. This car is on sale right now. So we've done the C8 Corvette, we've done the Ferrari 488, the Lamborghini Urus, the Taycan Turbo, Porsche E63S AMG, my personal favorite, the Audi R8 V10, and hey, check out their dealership, new or used Acuras. They got always 80 to 90 what I would call Glen cars in stock. Check out their website for premium cars, and they have everything from Ferraris to Lamborghinis to AMGs to BMW M cars. All right, so we're driving the Porsche Turbo. They just got this in, and they called me down to make a video. And the 992, what's cool about the 992, the Turbos always had the wide body, but the 992s, they are all wide body. So this is not the Turbo S, this is the Turbo. So we have 572 horsepower from a 3.8 liter twin turbo flat 6. My 991.2 has a 3 liter twin turbo flat 6. Torque is 553 if I remember correctly, and the only transmission available is the dual clutch transmission. If you want a manual, get a 992S because it's not available on the base either. And this car is just wicked fast. Unfortunately, we're behind a delivery truck, but I'm going to get to good roads in a minute. This is a wicked fast car, and I love it already. Look at this. The turbos always come with high-end interior, so you have the leather dash, you have the deviated stitching. These are very comfortable cars. I just got out of the C8 Corvette, which is a phenomenal car, which I love. We've done 2 videos on the channel of it, and this car makes that car seem slow. This car makes any car seem slow. I can't believe how fast the new Porsches are between the Taycan and the 992s. It's just incredibly, incredibly fast cars. I'm going to try to get around everybody here. And we'll drop the hammer. Wow, is that fast? It made the, whatever that, something flying across here. I think there were papers with the window sticker. This is so crazy fast. Wow, I'm addicted to this car. Oh my God, do I love this car. This might be my favorite car. I said the Audi R8 V10 was my favorite. It doesn't handle as good as a 911 because I drove the convertible. It's bigger, it's heavier, but that sound, well, this may not have the sound, but it's got everything else. Wow, this car actually is like, I gotta make my seatbelt tighter. I think I'm falling out of the seat here when I accelerate. But what's great about the turbo, see, I was just thinking before I came to this video, I go, well, you don't need really a turbo because my car's fine, but oh my God, would it make sense to sell every car I own to get this car? Yeah, probably. All right, so now let's see how it handles. We have all-wheel drive. There's no rear drive turbos. If you want a rear drive turbo, you got to get a car like mine. And again, wow, here's a new C8 Corvette, and I just got out of one. Off-camber turn here. So this is the test of any car. We have to really look around this turn. That car took that the best. So now that that all-wheel drive kicking in when the turbos kick in, it actually reminds me of my 993 turbo and 997 turbos I've reviewed on this channel. You get that really surge where the wheels going, and the wheels hook up. So this car is just, wow, this car is amazing. I want this car so bad. Wow, this may make me look for a turbo in my future. I got to close some real estate. Somebody said, and I thought it was hysterical, they said you're supposed to drink every time Glenn tells you he's a commercial real estate broker. So good, I just did. Have a drink, and if you listen to the end, I may tell you again at the end, so you can have 2 drinks. All right, so wow, this is convincing. Oh my God, this is convincing. I was thinking, oh yeah, you know, you could just get, you know, the base model. I'm into base models now because I own a 991.2 base. No, you want this car. If you can afford it, you want this car. This is one car that can do everything. You would dominate on the track with this. And because it's not a Turbo S, it has the steel brakes. I know I'm in the minority and everybody wants the turbo brakes. I'm sorry, the ceramic brakes. But I think really if you're driving mainly in the street, you want the steel brakes. When I take early morning drives, it's too cold out no matter what month of year. And the ceramics really don't work. They work when the brakes get really hot, which will be at the racetrack, and then ceramics wear quickly at the racetrack. So me personally, I prefer the steel. At some point, if you have ceramics, you're going to have to replace them. I cannot believe how fast this car is. I know it's got like a 2-something second 0 to 60, but the C8 Corvette is probably low 3s in the real world. I know they claim like 2.99, but in the real world it's probably like low 3s. But this makes that car feel slow. And obviously this is much more luxurious, but obviously way different price point. Wow, the handling in this car is so good. You know, my 993 turbo, if you did a clutch dump, you know, car and driver, I think got 3.7 seconds, but realistically, it was probably about 4 seconds to 60, which was crazy fast, especially for a car that had no stability control, no traction control. But this blows it away. All right, so here we have the key, and we're going to use the permanent key, which is over here, and we can start the car as long as we have the key in our possession. So a lot of cool features here. Oh, you have cooled seats, which is good. It's a real hot day today. You have your heated seats. So it only comes in automatic, this car, or PDK. So you have your selector here. You just pull it down for drive, away from you to neutral, away from you again for reverse. And this is your park button. And then you have your manual mode, which I like to drive in. So we got to put it in drive first. Now we can select a manual mode. We have all our climate control here. We have, is our exhaust on? Ooh, let's put the exhaust on. That was the one thing we were missing. I don't want to have bounciness here, but we could put on the stiffer stock setting, which I don't think we need here. You can adjust the steering wheel. So instead of a lever, it's actually a motor. So you just press it underneath here. Heated seats are found right here. It's a little tricky, I'm sorry. Heated steering wheel. We can play around with our drive modes here. So we're going to drive around. We'll drive around in Sport Plus. So you have Sport. There's actually a wet mode, which is great. So this can truly be a daily driver. So we're going to drive in Sport Plus. We're going to have the exhaust on. What we could do is also go to Sport Chrono. We can go G-forces. Let's do that. And it's hard to see all 5 of these. Again, the most important is this. Tachometer in the middle. Love this Porsche steering wheel, just the right size. Wish the paddles were a little bigger. Beautiful interior since it's the turbo trim. And let's take it for a ride. I love this car. All right. Good thing we didn't pull out yet because the police officer went right by. All right. So let's go. We're gonna wait and we'll do a little acceleration. This PDK is probably the best automated manual transmission you'll find. Porsche really does it the best. Now, though I love GT3s, they're really best suited for back roads and the track. They're really best suited for the track because most tracks are pretty smooth. Back roads, especially in New Jersey here, they're very bumpy and you're bouncing all over the place. So the turbo in the real world is the one you really should be getting. This can handle weather. This can handle the bumps. This can handle the potholes of New Jersey. All right, because you're going to ask me to, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to turn up here and get back to those S modes. Well, I can tell you on this 80-degree day, those cooled seats are working really, really well. Oops. This car has tinted windows. Check my mirror here for some reason. All right, because you guys are making me. You know what, I'm going to take it out of manual mode and see how the car does in PDK here on these twisties. Now, typically I hate that. If I can't have a manual transmission, at least I want to be the one doing the work. Good, this car's getting out of our way. So let's see how it does. Everybody raves about PDK, about always being in the right gear, so we're about to find out. So right now it's upshifting. Even though we're in Sport Plus, now it just put me down. So what happened is when I went into that turn, it automatically put it in third for me. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Oh no, now we got the slowest cars ever. If these guys hold us up, which they're going to, I will, I'll do another run. Okay, so now as soon as I hit the brake, it put me down in second. So that was pretty cool. So it's held second for me there on the gears. Now we're either behind a student driver or something because the speed limit isn't that high here, but it's certainly not 25. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and we'll go back to this road again. So that's a problem with supercars. This is definitely, so I always thought of Porsches as not an exotic, as just a sports car, not as a supercar, just probably the best sports car there is when you factor in money, new or used. But a lot of people consider this exotic. Let me know if you do in the comments below. Is it a sports car or is it an exotic? And do you consider this a supercar? So I don't consider this an exotic, but I'm gonna tell you, I consider this a supercar because it's 0 to 60 about 2.7 seconds. If you had a Turbo S, you get another 70 horsepower and then you're in the low twos. I think you're like 2 point, now actually Porsche says it's only 1/10 of a second faster, but oh my God, I can't believe it. All right, so back in manual mode. Oh, so we're gonna have to, oh, there's a policeman. Oh well. Now the ride is a little stiffer than the C8 Corvette that we just drove. And we have it in the comfort setting. Oh, the shocks were on in Sport Plus, my bad. I think my car does that too, is I don't have Sport Plus because I don't have Sport Chrono. So Sport Chrono, you get that little stopwatch there. And when we put it into, you'd have to go in individual mode. And this is really too bumpy for the street here, this, the shock button. And it's always been, even when I had my 987.1 Cayman S, you didn't really want to hit the shock setting unless you were trying to get a fast lap time on an autocross or in a, on the track itself. You do not need it for downshifts are very smooth. You do not need it around town. It really is too bumpy. So now that we've gotten that out, the ride is much smoother. So I was about to say that the C8 had a smoother ride, but now I'm not so sure. I think the ride is pretty smooth here. All right, so let's see. Perhaps we can do a little acceleration here. That was a second gear acceleration. It's just so fast, this car. I mean, it is crazy fast. Oh my. If you're lucky enough to afford one of these cars, you should buy one of these cars. That's the advice I'll give you for this car. I can't believe how fast it is. All right, so I promised you those S turns. So we're gonna do downshift. This is off camber. So I accelerated and the camera actually fell off my head. So let's try this again. But this car is just so crazy, crazy fast. And then what's most surprising about this car is the handling. You thought with all-wheel drive it would understeer a lot, but it doesn't. It actually handles really, really well. You have to drive it like a rear-engine car, certainly. So the most surprising thing about this car, well, one is the way it handles. It handles way better than I thought. And I'll tell you the biggest surprise of this whole thing is this car in Sport Plus is a beast. I figured that the new turbos were for doctors or lawyers or people that just wanted to be comfortable, but this is for the enthusiast. Wow, they really knocked it out of the park here. I'm going to have to try some more turbos. So in a way, it almost, you know, a modern car is never going to be as visceral as a old car, right? So it's not going to be as visceral as my 993 Turbo was. That is not to be expected. But I'm telling you, this car is just as much fun. It feels twice as fast, and it still has that visceral surge when the turbos light up that, wow, this car can be in a beast at a touch of a button. And if I want to, I could just drive nice and easy all the time. But I'm telling you, if you sell all your car collections, just buy one of these and you don't need to buy anything. This is why people spend the kind of money to get a Turbo or a Turbo S. And they just convinced me. I am a believer now. I can't say I was a believer before, but I am a believer now. Oh my God. All right, let's take those twisties one more time before we end the video. You could just blow, you do feel the shove. Like I said, the camera fell off my head. That's how good the shove is. But just look in your rearview mirror, and that car that was just behind you was nowhere to be found. That's how much ground you covered. I said when I drove the Taycan video, and that was in turbo trim as well. Remember, there's no turbos on an electric car. That was the fastest car I ever drove. No, I changed my mind. This is the fastest car I've ever driven acceleration-wise. And I think with this all-wheel drive, big tires and big brakes, this would be my fastest car I've ever driven on the track as well. I mean, I love 997 GT3s, the 991.2 GT3, but except for the most technical track, I would say that this would get the faster lap time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you rather have this or a GT3? GT3 definitely for the track, no doubt about it. But say you had to drive it all the time, you know, I'd have to pick this. This car is just that good. And the 992s are amazing. I could definitely see a 992 in my future. I may never be able to afford a turbo, but wow. Just wow. Special thanks again to DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey for giving me time with this car. I really appreciate it, guys. And let's support those that support us. Check out their website. Go there for new or used Acuras or any premium car. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.